Guys, welcome back to Risque Business News. I'm May.
And I'm Laura. And today we are, what are we talking about? We're doing Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Love it.
Yes, I know July 4th is over. However, there was a lot of drama around this year's event, and we'll be talking about that. Joey Chestnut's ban.
Yes.
And then some upcoming events that'll be pretty exciting in the professional eating world. Enjoy that.
Okay. I'm going to be talking about how San Francisco couples need to be stopped. Okay. They are putting each other on PIP. Couples are literally putting each other on PIP and going through like strategy plans about how to improve their marriage. I'll get into some more details on that. I mean, what the fuck is up with that town? And then the other thing I'm going to talk about is the Barcelona protests going on right now. There's a bunch of people that are protesting.
And you were just there.
Yeah. They're protesting tourists, and I was a tourist a week and a half ago. So I just missed it, you guys.
That would have been so fucking
They're protesting
funny.
me specifically. They're like,
they were like, that was not okay what she did to this city. We need to stop that from ever happening again.
Alrighty, well, yeah.
Enjoy.
Where's the money? I don't understand how you make money
Hold
from
on.
that, though.
2 stand-up comics in New York City.
Just learned a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna ask all the stupid questions that you might be thinking at home, but are afraid to ask people.
Making it to where you feel like you're too stupid to be able to ever engage in it, they win.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
It's to make money. It's risque business news.
Happy, whatever this is, 9th of July.
Happy 9th of July. It's my birthday tomorrow.
Birthday tomorrow. We're
Yes.
going to go get a drink or something. I don't know, sit by the water.
That's the plan.
Roast in the 90-degree sun.
I know. I was thinking, I was like, maybe I should have a little party in a park. And I was like, torture people in an outdoor sauna? I think I'm just going to like skip my birthday this year, like for all intents and purposes. I mean, tomorrow we'll get a drink.
Okay, we'll get a drink. But
We'll
we
put
should
like a
also-
small group, but I just can't. Large groups, I mean, what do I do outside of
The brewery. Yeah, I know.
brewery.
In New York, it's a lot of like going either, drinking outside. Beach.
I
But
could go there for the beach, but like that's kind of a lot to ask people to schlep an hour.
I think
you know?
people have nothing fucking going on.
That's true. I'll invite them. If they don't want to come, they don't come. I don't care.
That's fair.
Okay.
Okay. That's fair. I'll be there. So
Okay,
a
great.
lot of birthdays going on right now.
If you guys want to celebrate my birthday, you already missed it.
Yeah.
But it
I don't know.
was.
Maybe I'll get this podcast out tomorrow as a gift.
Oh, wow. It was Saturday at Rockaway Beach. I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
Perhaps.
I have a show at 5:30 p.m. So probably not. Maybe Sunday.
We could do Sunday.
We could do whatever we want to do,
whatever we
baby.
want. I'll
Look
be
at
here.
I'm 34. I don't have any parents. I mean, I have 2 parents, but they're not policing
They're
me.
definitely not coming to the birthday
They're
party.
for sure not coming to the birthday party. Also, we were talking about this before we started airing, but like comedy has been so dry in New York. It's insane.
In New York City, if you are in the city July and August, you are a loser.
It's
And that-
brutal.
guess who's here? Me.
Me too.
But point being, it really dries up a little bit, so the audiences aren't showing to the shows, and I get it.
Oh my God.
I get it.
It's the last thing on earth I would want to do if I was a civilian person. And then, so I'm like barely booked basically until next week when I go home to my hometown of Sandwich, Massachusetts, and I'm co-headlining this fucking show in Sandwich, Massachusetts.
That's great. That's adorable.
I mean, yes, but also I haven't been on stage in so long because I was in Europe for so long, and now I'm not getting booked in New York, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna humiliate myself in front of my parents and my parents' friends because I assume those are the only people
That's so
that will
fucking
be
funny.
there.
No, you'll get some stage time. You'll be fine.
Whatever, I'll pull out.
You're
the
gonna
hits.
go. So point being, get tickets to see May in Sandwich next week.
Sandwich, Massachusetts, on Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Actually, there might literally be people there because that is a place that you.
That's
would
where
go in the
everybody
summer.
is.
Yeah.
That's where all the people have gone. So it actually
Right.
probably will be a pretty good show. But I'll be here. I mean, there's some shows going on in New York. They're just not as good as normal, and that's okay. And that is okay.
It's fine.
You were in Barcelona, but actually first I want to talk about this Nathan's hot dog eating contest. What did you do for
Please.
4th of July?
Did
you see, did you do
nothing.
anything American?
No.
Wow.
I think I went to the Soho House
Oh, that's nice.
and I stood in the pool and actually
Did you see a firework?
no. So
Do I end the podcast, you guys?
I was really tired after the pool, so I went to bed. I literally went to bed at like 8 p.m. The fireworks started at 9. I was like, yeah, I
Yeah,
can't. It
that's
was
fair.
so hot. But pro tip for everyone who complains about Soho House, which is yours
Just
truly.
Just us. But
Just us. Other people too. Okay, other people too.
not our podcast listeners, most likely.
Yeah. But July 4th was actually the time to go to Soho House because no one is there. Everyone's in the Hamptons or wherever the
Yeah,
fuck.
or that Dumbo House party that they have.
Oh, yeah.
Remember we went to that one year?
Oh, yeah. That was kind of
That was
brutal. Oh, actually, no, that was fun. That was,
It was
fun
fun,
that one
but
year.
it was packed.
And we got tickets. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
exactly.
But anyway,
Well,
yeah.
I was being extremely American this year. Oh my God. I went to Maine,
Yes.
far up in Maine, and it was just like the most New England
Hell yeah.
4th of July celebration
Pilgrims.
I think I've ever done.
Yeah.
I was there for a wedding, stunning wedding. Anna Senko, now Acton. God bless you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on the nuptials. An aggressively New England wedding. 3-day celebration. The first one, barbecue on the water at like her uncle's place or something like that. Fucking stunning.
Wow.
Just like barbecue for 150 people. It could have been a wedding. That event could have been a wedding. Fireworks like in Booth Bay. I felt
Damn.
it was fancy.
It was like so patriotic of a wedding. It was like vaguely racist.
Kind of. The whole time I was like, I don't know why, but I'm lightly creeped out. But I'm
No,
having
come
a
on.
great time.
If it was in like North Carolina, yes.
No, but here's the thing. I
don't
feel
know.
like for many years
just joking.
now, I was in the South for such a long time, and 4th of July there is a lot of like drinking Bud Light and like kind of being sloppy a little bit. And
Yeah.
it's fun. But this was very much like everybody was a senator. You know?
Really?
Yes, one of those.
Oh.
But it was like cool. Like it was
Yeah.
amazing and everyone looked great. Everyone was beautiful and in like amazing like their outfits and stuff like that. I was like, huh, I'm probably never going to be at one of these again.
That reminds
I am
me.
definitely more comfortable in the like getting fucked up on a boat. That
Totally.
is definitely more my speed.
Totally. I feel like I have a lot of friends like that where I think I've talked about this on the pod actually before when I was going through this crisis where people have like these perfect homes and their
Yeah.
perfect dress.
It's
And
aggressive.
There's like I don't know. I am like just a sloppy looking person in general. Like
you're not, but I
Well,
know I know the feeling of
yeah,
it. Yes.
like my hair is always like a little bit messy. Like stuff like I would never be able to put on in all serious with a straight face like a ruffly dress and like look like I belong.
No, I
in
know
that
that wouldn't
ruffly dress.
would not make sense for me. Yeah, I'd rather shotgun a beer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's the kind of 4th of July energy I'm more accustomed to and feel more comfortable with.
Right.
But people did break a dock, so that's pretty southern.
Shut
They broke
up.
a dock.
That is how'd they do that? They
There was
just
like
stood on
8
it.
lacrosse bros ran down this tiny little gangway thing, and it obviously collapsed. It's like this is like fucking 1,500 pounds
Oh,
of
wow.
person like coming down right now
On this like rickety ass.
It was nicely constructed, but it was not that strong.
Right. I was picturing like a rickety like thing
No,
that's been
this
there
is a nice
for
place.
1,000 years.
It was one of those things where I was like, "Ooh, that's gonna be a pretty penny to fix that."
Oh shit. Damn, the bride's just on the end. That would
Yeah.
be a viral TikTok.
I
Not
know,
bad.
right? I was hoping it was gonna go all the way in the water because that would have gone viral for sure,
Yeah.
but it just collapsed halfway.
I fucking New England summers, you can't beat them. They are really nice.
So nice.
But
So if you were in New York, you may have been one of the estimated 35,000 people.
this is what I should have done.
Oh, you
I
should
should have gone to the
this.
hot dog eating contest
should have
instead
gone-
of Soho House.
No, this is the kind of July 4th we're talking about. You shotgun and beers at Nathan's hot dog eating contest. That's
that's
those
fun.
kind of people. It's a fun
Yeah.
time. That's what I'm more accustomed to. But anyway, if you have been not under a rock, you may have noticed that there was a guy missing this year's competition. Joey Chestnut was banned from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
He's like the guy.
He's the fucking guy, kind of. So I figured I'd go and give us a little background on the competition, why it's a thing, besides, of course, making money, and why he got banned and why former competitors have also been banned from it. So it's like the Olympics of competitive eating. Legend has it that it started on July 4th, 1916, when 4 immigrants gathered at the very first Nathan's hot dog stand in Coney Island. And then they said, They wanted to see who was the most patriotic. And how are they going to determine that? By eating as many hot dogs as possible.
How do they even fucking have hot dogs that? Well, I guess actually they probably brought them over. Never mind. I was like, hot dogs? I thought those were like something that was invented last year because they're so gross.
They've been around for a while. I think back then they were probably actually made of like real meat. And now it's just like rats or something. Okay, so that little story about the 4 immigrants getting together to see who's the most patriotic is 100p made up.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I was right. There wasn't hot dogs back then.
There were hot dogs back then. That wasn't the key part.
In Hamburg, Germany?
No, America exists. 1916. This isn't like fucking 1700s.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Wait, I heard. Okay, wait a second. This makes so much more sense. I heard the inverse. I was like 1791.
No, 1916. I'm like, what is the problem here? What is the problem?
I was literally sitting here being like, in the fucking
Middle Ages.
Yeah, in like right before the country was a country. We
Jesus
were shoving
Christ
hot dogs.
brought the hot dogs over here. I also like how you're saying hot dogs. Hot dogs.
Fucking hot dogs are schlepped over from wherever the fuck their homeland was. I had no idea. That's so funny. Okay, 1900. That makes way more sense.
1916. 4 immigrants gathered. They were trying to be, it was like fucking Irish people. It was probably all Irish people, let's be real. It's a fake story, so it's whoever they wanted. And they used this as promo to like be like, that's why we're doing the hot dog eating contest, blah, blah, blah. It's governed by Major League Eating, which I looked up is a pretty legit organization. Surprisingly legit.
Was I bet because they have all those crazy competitions all over the world. Like
yes. And I looked into it. So apparently Major League Eating was started by these two, George Shea and his brother Rich Shea. So George Shea is the guy who you'll see on TV who's like emceeing the contest, the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
What a gig.
What a gig, I know, right? And his brother is a little bit more like behind the scenes kind of deal. But they started Major League Eating. George originally graduated back in 1986 from Columbia with an English major that gave him no direction or prospects.
Great. Yeah.
God, we get it, dude. But
English major, correct.
Yes. So from that, he decided to work for this guy named Max Rosie and Mortimer Matz. They were public relations veterans, and they were working for this like Nathan's contest, this contest for the hot dog. And they had a couple other things that were like kind of like stunt events and public relations kind of ordeals. They passed, and George brought his brother Rich in to get this contest to continue going forward and to grow it. And it was mostly a thing that they just were like, this is fun for us. It's really small. It's a very small account, but it's like a classic New York thing. So we don't want it to like die.
Yeah.
So they kept it going for a little while.
It's so fun.
I know, it's cute. But like all the other stuff that they did with Shea Communications, which is their company, was like normal, serious clients. And then they had this like random hot dog eating thing.
Yeah.
They started the IFOCE, was the International Federation of Competitive Eating. And the whole thing was done as like kind of a bit the entire time, where they were like, they made the little logo guy a winged lion with his mouth was stuffed with hot dogs. And the Latin inscription underneath it meant engorging truth.
Oh my God.
So they like really leaned in. In 1999, they added another
like
guy.
A Trump saying or something, engorging the
truth.
Engorging my penis in truth. Pulsing truth.
Trump would probably do fucking good in this competition.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
Remember
he's
when he
medically obese, right?
Remember when he got McDonald's at the White House?
Oh, yeah. Honestly,
that was good times.
Politics aside, kind of iconic.
It was pretty iconic.
Yeah.
It's very American. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
There you go. So anyway, they eventually changed the name. Oh, so the IFOC is like the governing group, and then the league that is underneath it is called Major League Eating, which they run.
Okay.
Major League Eating is like the MLE, if you may, is like the MLB, like the NBA. It has people who are part of the league, and they compete, and I'm sure they have to pay dues or some bullshit. Who cares?
Okay.
But the point is that it's like the organization, so there's rules associated with being part of this league. So the contest is going on, and in the late 1990s and early 2000s, it was dominated by Japanese people.
Yes, they do that.
Right?
Yeah,
They're really good at competitive eating.
I know.
What's up with that?
I watched a documentary recently. I think it was like oh God, what was it called? You Are What You Eat or something like that. And it was like going into the health studies of people in different diets. And a Japanese guy who was a hot dog eating guy.
What was it? What the fuck is his name? Kobayashi?
Maybe.
We're about to
Sounds
talk about
familiar, but maybe that's me being a racist. I don't know. But it was, but it does sound familiar. But
probably was.
It was interesting, and he was actually in like decent health considering what he puts his body through.
I know. So what's funny is that they, not just Kobayashi, but also Joey Chestnut, they always refer to themselves as like athletes.
Yeah.
And I can't decide.
I mean, you got to train for that shit, and like
They
you
do.
have to. I mean, you have to work a muscle in terms
I
of
guess it is then.
relaxing your stomach.
I guess it
Or
is
whatever,
a
yeah.
sport.
I mean,
it's a
it's
very American sport.
Yes, it is. It's also very fascinating to me how many of the really good people are typically very thin.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're not in bad shape. So so the Japanese people came over here, started kicking our ass. Kobayashi specifically won 6 consecutive contests from 2001 to 2006. He transformed the competition by introducing, like, I guess they had advanced eating and training techniques. So I wanted to know a little bit more about that. This is from Joey Chestnut interview, but he would say, in between practices, I'm working on my jaw and throat. I have a weird routine of exercises I do. I know, so sexual. I have a weird routine of exercises I do that really make those little muscles in my jaw and throat much stronger.
Okay.
Happy wife.
Well,
Okay.
I don't think so. Are you going to get into that?
Ooh, no. Is there something you know about this?
Yeah.
Oh, exciting. Okay. There's a lot. I'm sorry. I focused on the eating on this podcast that's very serious about competitive eating. Point being, they're moving 15 to 16 pounds of food in one of these competitions. That's 15 or 16 pounds of food. That's like literal weight. And then another additional gallon of water. Most people's jaws can only move like 1.5 pounds of food in over an hour. So these little muscles in your jaw are working extremely hard during one of these competitions. So Joey really learned how to work on that and get those all like optimized for that.
Do you think they have trainers? They must.
He didn't reference one, but perhaps some of them do. Maybe the Japanese do. Chestnut had a recovery period after each practice round, and he would eat normally for 1 or 2 days, and then he would go and do another like training session where he'd go into his basement and like force himself to eat as many of the hot dogs as possible and like go for time and stuff like that.
It sounds so awful. It really does. Especially the way
Once
they
a
eat the
week
hot
he does
dogs.
that
It's
too.
like, oh God. And they have to like dip them in the water. It's like
It looks awful.
it looks so gross.
So I literally was in Maine at this like unbelievably beautiful event, and then I was just like watching Nathan's hot dog eating contest, like yeah, it was great.
Wait, so sidebar. So a few years ago, he actually got engaged to a woman, Nestle Ricasa.
Okay.
After he had won the hot dog eating contest. I think this
Ooh.
was in like, yeah. I actually watched it live.
No way.
I did because
That is a pretty exciting.
I was at
Live in person?
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry, live on TV. I was watching it at my friend Isabel's house, and we were watching it, and then he proposed to his girlfriend at the end. We were like, could you imagine a
I would
more
be
disgusting
pissed.
time?
No, I'd be like, you smell like meat.
So
No.
bad. And anyway, they broke up before they got married, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I
R.I.P..
think, if I'm remembering correctly, I might be mixing him up with the My Pillow guy, which is so fucking hilarious. But if I'm remembering correctly, I think he went into a spiral of like a bunch of drug addiction and
No.
gambling.
I
and
don't
all
know.
this shit.
I don't know if he did. I'm going to go ahead and say that would have impacted his performance, so I don't
Yeah.
think he did.
Okay.
But they did say that he was having a hard year. One of the years, like his mom had just died right before. Oh, and I'll talk more about that later. Because actually, no, I'll just show this to you now. So Joey Chestnut's obviously the guy who's like dominating for a while.
Yeah. He's like the most famous one.
Sort of. Yeah, he is.
I think so.
And he's
the only one I know about.
He had a competition in like I think it was 2015. Where is this link? Where he was no, not 2015. 2015 is the year he got beat. But one of the years he was having a really rough year, and literally there was a protest that started at the place, and I don't even know what they were protesting for. 2022. And he's in the middle of eating the hot dogs. He's at hot dog 16, as you can see here. This guy runs up behind him. These protesters had rushed the stage, pushed Joey to the side. He tackles him, chokes him, and then just goes right back to eating.
Oh my God. What does it say?
This.
Expose. What does it say?
He just beats the shit out of him. I freezed it over here. Expose Mythfield's Death Star. What? Actually, I don't even know what Mythfield is. But that is like a Star Wars reference, obviously.
Is that obvious? I don't know that.
Oh, here. What's up with the exposed Mythfield?
The Smithfield is
Smithfield
known...
Foods, an American pork processing company based in Smithfield, Virginia, which had a bunch of controversy.
I think they're racist or something.
Animal cruelty is what they're saying. Okay. Well, they're making...
I'm seeing...
and then they're supposed to be horribly racist.
Okay, that's
and they abuse the
Reddit
workers
and
also abuse the pigs.
Damn.
Well, I have bad news for you. The meat industry, famously not great.
Yeah. Oh, you know what we have to talk about, which I know zero information on, so this is for next time, is that Florida is banning the making of like fake meat in that state. I didn't know that. Yeah.
That's so Florida.
So Florida.
So Florida.
Yeah, DeSantis is just like, get this woke meat out of my state.
I don't want any of this impossible shit, which we will talk more about.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back, early 1990s, late 1990s, early 2000s, the Japanese era of competitive eating, they were dominating specifically this gentleman right here.
No, not the same guy as the documentary.
Okay. Well, maybe you're a racist. We don't know.
I guess so. No, I'm not.
Kobayashi is, I don't know his first name, or maybe that is his first name. They just referred to him as that. So in 2001, this 5'7", 131 pound Japanese gentleman arrives into New York City. He is 23 years old. He has never done the event. He gets to the event and finished 25 hot dogs in 5 minutes and 13 seconds.
Wow.
He then continues at that pace, gets to 50, doubling the previous record.
That's a little guy. That's a little guy. So the other guys were doing, one of the eaters who was on stage with him was doing 17 hot dogs. So like in 2001, he came in and just fucked everybody up. Yeah.
And they were like, apparently they were like stopping and just watching him because he was so far ahead. Everyone was just like,
whatever,
in shock.
Damn.
It's amazing.
So he won by, what is that?
Like
8 hot dogs?
No, more than that.
Oh.
This guy just got 17. I don't know what second place was, but he was way ahead. So much so that apparently
he didn't stop until he reached 50.
They had these numbered placards, like, you know, like the 1, 2, and the numbers on it didn't go high enough for what he was doing. So they had to just write his total down on pieces of paper as he was going.
Wow.
Pretty cool. That must have been an epic, that's a good one.
I would like to have seen that.
That's a good one right there.
I want to see this man shovel hot dogs
into his fucking mouth, into his tiny little mouth.
How many do you think that you could eat? I bet I could put down 4, maybe 5.
In 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, I think I could. Yeah, I feel like I could get 6.
4. Yeah.
I think I could do 6.
If I really pushed it, 6.
I wouldn't.
In 10 minutes? Yeah.
We're not talking like bratwurst. We're talking like
a little
thin little weens.
Yeah, like a fucking Frankfurt.
Yes, exactly. Without a bun, I could do a bunch, but it's the bun is the issue.
I guess I'd have to dip the water. I would so badly want to put ketchup on it.
I would say we should do it, but we shouldn't.
No, we can't.
I don't want to do that.
Can't.
I don't want to do that.
Hot dogs
I would feel so bad.
Yeah.
Even one, I'm like, no.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna have one this summer. I allow myself, not allow myself, but I usually just have one hot dog per summer. Finding the good opportunity. You know what I think I'm going to get it from? I think I'm going to get it from one of those nasty little places, like a little stand somewhere.
Oh, like a street vendor?
A street vendor.
I've never gotten meat from a street vendor.
I have.
Yeah. Well, I was told it was bad to do, so I just haven't.
I mean, it's definitely bad to do.
I'm talking a lot of shit for a girl who has diet, caffeine-free Dr. Pepper sitting that I'm drinking. This is not good. This is a cry for help.
Yeah.
This is a cry for help right here. I had to order this special on Amazon and pay shipping.
I'm going to get those as well.
I mean, they're delicious.
I mean, yeah, they're caffeine free. They're diet. It's amazing.
It's very good, but this is pure like cyanide in here for sure. I'm for sure going to die.
Yeah, I'm going to find the hottest day of the year, and then I'm going to go to a hot dog stand that hasn't been cleaned in
Since like 1915.
7 years minimum. And I'm going to have them boil my hot dog in water that they've boiled thousands of hot dogs in.
No.
And I'm going to eat it. That's my ideal Saturday
Ideally,
afternoon.
the hot dog is like been in the freezer since COVID, you know,
Right.
kind of deal. Like it's been
Right.
around for a minute.
Yeah.
They got a good bulk deal back in 1925.
You know what I also need to do this summer? Or just in general in New York is get those weird nuts. Those weird candied
I get those.
nuts.
I get those a lot.
You do?
I love those nuts.
They're really good.
Dude, they're
My
so
mom,
good.
every time she visits me, she's like, we got to get the nuts, obviously. And I'm
Like-
like, is that obvious? Who's that obvious to?
They're very good. I feel like that's like a European thing, kind of.
Yeah.
Because my mom was like big on the candied nuts growing up.
Candied nuts are so good.
They're delicious. Okay, so where was I? Okay, Kobayashi. He did a really good job. He won 6 consecutive mustard belts. Mustard belt is what you win if you
Okay.
win the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
How many,
he
how
won
many
it six-
dollars?
It's like 10 grand. It's not even that much.
Wow, that's really not worth it. For
It's
all
really
the,
not.
all this training and unhinging of the jaw that Joey Chestnut is doing.
Yeah.
You can't.
And you look so bad. The women's
Oh.
competition, I was like, oh, God. 6 consecutive competitions in a row. This guy got 2001 to 2006. He was doing great until Joey Chestnut entered the scene. Apparently, the first 2 years, 2005 and 2006, he lost to Kobayashi. But then in 2007, he won. And then he won since then with one brief break in 2015 where
Oh
he
my God.
lost to, I think it was Matt Story or something.
well, he
like
was
that.
going through a lot. Okay, he was going through his
Stoney.
breakup that year.
Oh, that's why.
And he had a crippling drug addiction that I made up, and a gambling addiction as well, which I'm just gonna
He
add
lost
on there.
all of his. Yep,
And that's a fact.
it's a fact. Write
That's
it
a
down.
risky business news fact.
It
Okay.
sure is. He has the world record, or he at that point defeated Kobayashi Tsunami. Oh, here we go. Takeru Tsunami Kobayashi. That's his full name.
Let's just go by
Tsunami
Kobayashi,
is
huh?
his. We're gonna carry on with Kobayashi.
Okay.
And he had like the world record of 66 hot dogs and buns in 12 minutes.
Whoa.
So he beat him
Whoa.
with that.
Imagine the visual of 66
It's
hot dogs.
so my stomach can't fit that.
No.
I don't think it can. The current record, so he had beat him back then with that as the record. I think the current record stands at 72, which is fucking insane.
You know what's the only type of eating contest that grosses me out more than hot dog eating contest?
What?
Oyster eating contest.
Oh, that's disgusting.
How foul.
Oh, I tried to shuck an oyster over the weekend.
Oh.
I would die. I would for sure starve if that was how I
Yeah,
needed to eat.
So hard.
I can't do it. I couldn't do one.
I've never successfully done it.
Matt
I've
was like
tried.
a fucking otter. He was
Really?
so good. He was shucking like it was like his job. I was like,
That's
and he doesn't even like
crazy.
oysters.
Really?
Yeah, so I contracted him to do that.
Yeah.
So Kobayashi has since been banned. What happened? In 2009, he refused to sign an exclusive contract with Major League Eating. Apparently, he had moved to America to take this more seriously. And when he got to America, they were like, great, now you have to be part of Major League Eating. And that would have allegedly, they said there was like some disagreement here, but they didn't want him to compete in events that were not Major League Eating sanctioned events.
Okay.
I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
apparently George Shea countered those accusations, saying that they had offered him a contract of over $100,000 for only 4 events. Also gave him $25,000 for the hot dog eating contest, even if he lost. So that's a pretty good
Wow.
contract.
That's great.
Yeah. So
I mean-
they just continued to disagree on the terms of the contract
Yeah.
to the point where he got banned from doing it in 2010. However, he still showed as a spectator.
Wow.
Joey
ballsy.
Chestnut won the contest. After he won, Kobayashi jumped on stage, runs up to Joey to like try to shake his hand or whatever, gets arrested, and spends the night in jail.
Oh my God. This is the funniest little saga.
It's kind of cute. Look at him with his free Kobe shirt.
Oh my God.
This is
he's
him getting
crazy.
arrested by the NYPD. This little Japanese man
So
head
are-
into jail with the hard criminals.
Are they friends, him and Joey?
I think so. I don't think there's like bad blood between the two of them. Who cares?
I mean, they might. You
Well,
gotta
actually-
be like a fierce competitor.
Yeah, I know, right? But he was trying to allegedly go and like congratulate him. He gets
So he
arrested.
says.
So he said he was going to
gonna-
sabotage. So
he was
punch
gonna
him in the stomach.
stab him.
Ooh, that would
Oh
make
my
you throw up.
Yeah.
So he then goes to court and they dropped all charges and the judge dismissed this because he was like, this is New York City.
Yeah.
This is literal New York City. I don't have time for this bullshit.
I don't know what's going on with Joey. You know what? Joey's
Get out.
gone through a lot. All right.
No, it was Kobayashi that was arrested,
Well, I know, but
she just knew about
yeah,
Joey's
she just knew
drug
yeah.
problems.
Well, because she had already arrested him so many
Oh,
times
that's true.
before.
That's
for the
true.
drug-
He actually was also in jail as well. Joey
for the
Chestnut.
drug addiction.
We're making that up. Joey, if you're listening, we made that up. Sorry, man.
I might be right about this. Let me
Maybe-
just look this up real quick while
yeah,
you
do it.
continue.
Okay, so because he was arrested and like had like all that negative press, even though he had won 6 consecutive times before, he was removed from their Wall of Fame in 2011.
Wow.
And he refused to compete in 2011 and then has not competed since then in the hot dog eating contest. He's done some other random stuff, but not this.
Okay.
Isn't that wild? Oh, and in 2011, because he didn't want to do their contest, he ran his own contest where he consumed 69 HDBs, which is 7 more than Joey did in that contest that year.
God damn.
So they took him off the Wall of Fame. They say, Kobayashi's dead in this house.
Damn, that's nuts. I'm sure they do if we looked them up on social, but they should obviously do those weird mukbang videos.
What's that?
It's when people eat humongous sums of food in front of the camera.
Oh, I bet they do.
Yeah,
There's
they
no
must.
shot they haven't done one of those.
There's actually this one lady, I think she lives in Vegas, and every once in a while she comes up on my For You page, and basically she just like, she goes around and she does it's like, challenge, you have to eat 70 million wings, and then you can like eat here for free forever, and then she does all the challenges, and she wins most of them, and she's like this big. It's amazing.
Is she the woman who does this? Whatever. Something Cyro, I think her name was.
I don't know what her name is.
Because I watched her. That was also a tiny little Asian woman. I was like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
I'm
What
like,
is going on?
do they have like bigger stomachs or more elastic stomachs? Oh my god.
Are you missing some organs? Like
I just
what?
took my shoes off. My feet smell so fucking bad, and I'm
God.
going to remain.
Smells like hot
to
dogs
have
in
them
here.
off. Yeah. It's fucking hot in New York. Okay, I'm wearing socks and my sneakers, and
Yeah.
you know what?
You don't have to smell it.
Whatever.
Only I'm the one who should be complaining. Okay, so he has now won the contest 16 times, Mr. Joey. Some other contests he's won. I'm looking at 3 separate screenshots, full screen, of his various winnings. I'm not going to read all of these to you.
Yeah, too much.
But for instance, in 8 minutes, he was able to eat 54 cow brain tacos.
Oh,
Didn't know that was a taco you could eat, but he ate 54 of them.
and they're probably not seasoned at all.
Yeah. 6 minutes, he ate 25.5 ice cream sandwiches. That's a fun one.
I would love an ice cream sandwich right now. I don't
That
know about
sounds
25.
So good.
but 1 or
In
2.
10 minutes, he ate
Or 2.
28 pounds of poutine.
Oh my god.
That, I don't like that.
That's gravy, essentially, right?
Yeah.
So he just drank.
But think
the
about lifting 28 pounds is a bitch.
Oh, and then where does it
go? He must have the worst diarrhea.
I mean,
Some of these sound like pathetic in comparison. 10 minutes, he ate 36 pepperoni rolls.
Who cares?
Who gives a shit? That must be like bigger than I'm thinking. I'm
Yeah,
like Totino's.
yeah.
Like I'm thinking like those little Totino's ones. I'm like
Yeah,
30. I could do that.
That can't be right.
That cannot be right. 14.5 pounds of burrito in 10 minutes. That's insane.
yeah.
What are 7 pounds of shrimp? I think I could do that. Some of these are not impressive. I'm like, you were clearly not trying. That was, I guess, an 8 minute. Maybe he had to peel the shrimp.
Yeah.
That would fucking piss me off. Let me tell you that.
That would be such bullshit.
Look at
185 croquettes. Ew.
that. Ew.
After coming back from Spain, I'm like, no, I hate
No.
croquettes.
Croquettes are they're overrated.
I fucking hate croquettes. Can I say that? I hate them.
15 large bowls of gumbo in 8 minutes. Okay, that changes things.
15.
That's nuts. He definitely was trying harder on some of these than others.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a million of these, like cheesecakes, funnel cakes, sandwich, jalapeno poppers, pepperoni rolls, fish
so
tacos,
hungry.
3-inch tacos, large chicken wings. He ate 182 large chicken wings in 30 minutes.
Wow.
But this must be old because he just recently did 200 chicken wings. I don't remember what the time frame was, but he did it with Buffalo Wild Wings because they have all you can eat wings right now because he did it.
Oh my God, should we go? There's one. We do this on every episode.
I know. I think like every third episode we like have a revelation that there is some chain restaurant nearby that we can eat at.
Okay.
Do we go?
Do we go to Buffalo Wild Wings?
Why not?
That's where I should have my birthday party.
Yeah, please.
Buffalo, actually,
There's also a Dave and Buster's like right there.
and it's AC.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's cheap. It's not terrible.
It's not bad.
Would people like to come to the Buffalo Wild Wings?
At Atlantic Barclay.
That's where I'll be on Saturday.
See you guys there. See you guys there.
How are their wings?
I had them at my engagement
Oh,
party.
yeah.
They were pretty good.
I don't know if I had one though.
They were pretty good.
I would like to just get like a ton of chicken tendies.
They were
But
not bad.
the buffalo sauce needs to be good.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, we've already covered Joey. So Joey Chestnut, dominant performer. We talked about he even beat a protester to continue on his path to victory. This guy trying to get Mythfield's Death Star or whatever the fuck was no match for Mr. Joey. However, you didn't see him in 2024. What happened? Where is he? He was banned as well.
Damn.
Major League Eating loves banning people.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't care. They've got competition to uphold. They have more. Major League Eating is banning more people from their sport than the literal Olympics.
And
when people take drugs and then test positive, they're still
Right.
like, come on in. You
Or-
can compete.
Or the NFL when they all beat their fucking wives and it's
Yeah.
on camera on CCTV footage and
They're-
then people are just back on the field.
No problem.
No
Get 'em out here.
problem.
I don't care whatever random Chinese athlete who's like just has a sack of blood at all times attached to them. Get in the pool. We don't care. Get in
We don't
there. Irrelevant. Major
This-
League Eating, they have ethics.
They do have ethics, or they're like vindictive as fuck.
I think it's just this amateur hour.
Hilarious.
Were you gonna say something
No.
before I go into why he was banned?
No, please tell me. I'm dying.
He was banned because he signed a deal to get a little scratch from Impossible Brands. Impossible being the alternative meat source. It's like grown in a lab. I don't know.
The banned
It fucking
meat.
freaks me out. It's not even
It
better
freaks
for
me
you.
out. No, it's actually. I mean, from what I understand from TikTok University, which is never wrong, is that it is like way worse for you. It's just like
Yeah, I've heard that too.
yeah,
But that could just be big meat.
could be
Spreading-
big meat.
Spreading that out into the. It could be Smithfield from Smithfield's Death Star, who's telling me that Impossible Burgers are bad. But anyway,
hate them.
It's a vegan hot dog company or a vegan meat company, and he signed a deal with them to do promo. God forbid.
Gotta get his bag. What's he gonna live on $10,000 a year?
Yeah, seriously, Major League Eating. So apparently, when he signed the deal, he has lawyers, right? This is his job, and they looked at the terms of the agreement and his agreements with other organizations that he was partnering with, and there was nothing in the Major League Eating agreement that said he couldn't sign a deal like this.
Okay.
There were provisions saying that you couldn't do any hot dog competitors, but that, like in the legalese, did not include a vegan meat company.
Really?
It did not apply.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
he
that makes
thought-
sense.
Yeah, and then it was also like a couple weeks before that he signed this before the 4th of July competition. So he was like, I didn't like thinking anything of it, right? I didn't even assume there'd be an issue. Everything with Impossible was perfectly fine by all my previous agreements. However, they then changed the terms and conditions around exclusivity. The Major League Eating group did. So after he had signed the contract, they changed the terms. And he said it's not the first time they've changed some things, but it's the first times they've really changed things after the facts. And I had to say, hey, it's too late. I've already started working with this brand. This was never an issue before. They tried to dance around it, and then they escalated things to a degree they didn't imagine when they started leaking information to the press. So I guess they started sending information, or it somehow got out.
Yeah.
And telling people he was banned because he had turned vegan, which is not the case. So
Wow. Imagine if he was a vegan out of nowhere.
I know, right?
Although maybe for his health, he might.
Yeah, he might
guy
eventually
probably
need
has
to be,
fucking
but-
gout.
there's leaky gut or something.
Yeesh.
So he like puts like a series of tweets out where he's saying that he does not, he does not have a specific like exclusivity with Major League Eating or with Nathan's. They were trying to change the rules and that he had not wanted it to impact the July 4th, but apparently he has now been banned. Major League Eating then came back and said that he was welcome to compete in the competition.
When did they say this?
Like probably like a couple days, literally
come on.
before.
He's gonna train. He's an athlete, for fuck's
Well,
sake.
he was already training, but he had already agreed to do a different competition.
Oh.
So he actually went to the military base near El Paso. I'm forgetting what fort it was. Oh, Fort Bliss. And he had agreed to do a competition against 4 active duty soldiers. So they had to try to out-eat him in 10 minutes with him just eating by himself.
Okay, but like nobody saw that one, Joey Chestnuts.
know.
Everyone sees the other one.
I know, but he doesn't care. He probably also got paid a lot.
Yeah,
to go down there.
So much. So many dollars.
So
Do we also really need our active military just chowing down like
on
10 hot dogs?
We've got wars. We're busy. Maybe focus up. But anyway, they did that. It was very nice. Patrick Bertoletti, won the Nathan's hot dog eating contest with 58 hot dogs consumed. Pathetic, Patrick. It's disgusting. So many hot dogs. 72 is the
rookie
record.
numbers. I think I saw that guy though.
Yes. Yeah, I saw it
saw
too.
some
And I mean, he did a great job. Sorry, Patrick. I don't know. You didn't ask to be part of this. Joey Chestnut, on the meanwhile, he won the event with 57 hot dogs in 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So in half the time.
Wow, that's insane.
Yep.
What is like the like food that you could be like, I could win?
For speed?
For speed?
Dude, I think I'd
and
do great with
quantity.
shrimp.
Shrimp
I
would
really
be an
do.
easy one.
If they were peeled, I think I could.
Yeah.
I think I could go crazy on some shrimp.
I think I could really put back like an extremely spicy buffalo chicken tender because I think the extreme spice would slow some other people down. But
Sure. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Are you good with spice?
I love it.
I don't feel like I've ever seen you eating something spicy.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I like throw hot sauce on everything.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, me too.
Yeah.
But I lived in Texas, so it's like kind of like required.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what's coming up next in the world of competitive eating? A really big thing, actually. Netflix has signed both Kobayashi, remember him from the beginning, and Mr. Joey Chestnut to compete directly head-to-head over Labor Day weekend on a one-on-one hot dog battle.
I'm going to tune the fucking
Netflix. Netflix is doing live events, and they're doing them well.
Tons of live events.
They're doing them well.
Live events. It's interesting. They're like trying to compete with YouTube, I guess.
I know.
Which,
good for them. God bless.
Yeah.
May the best. I'm going to watch. This is going to be great. I'm kind of hoping some of you guys watch it too, and then it like bumps up this video on the algorithm or something like that.
Well, it's fun. I mean, I really enjoy an event that just brings the entire country together. You know what I mean? Like, I was in Barcelona when the debate happened.
Oh my God.
And like, I think
that was a good event.
Yeah, but like every single person in America was just sitting there watching this fucking train wreck happening.
I know.
And I just love
I actually didn't watch
event.
it live because I was stuck in the goddamn mountains with no internet.
Brutal. Yeah, I watched.
But we were seeing the tweets like come up on our signal, and we're like, oh my God, it's going really bad.
I like put it on because I was like, I feel like I should watch this because
of course
it's just entertainment. I just want to be part of the zeitgeist. And I was like watching it, and I kept falling asleep. I was like, this is both a horror movie and a lullaby. Like, I don't know. Like, it was really something to be seen. But God bless.
I do love how America is just. I think we're like showing off how shitty our leaders are.
Yes.
We're like, you see this? One of these guys is in charge right now. There's no one at the helm.
No.
We're like a crazy powerful organization that's no leader.
We're rudderless. Or there's some like behind the scenes leader who's doing an okay job. To be honest
honestly,
with you.
like that guy, whoever those, that girl, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Fine. You're doing fine.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, except for the inflation and shit.
All right.
Okay, anyway. Okay.
Tell me about San Francisco.
Speaking of a liberal, ruined city in this country, San Francisco needs to be fucking stopped.
San Francisco, you're on PIP.
Yes! They're on PIP.
This city of San Francisco, you are on PIP. Figure it out.
It is fucking crazy. So there is a new trend going on in San Francisco. Okay, this is so San Francisco, this entire thing. that there are couples that are trying to work out their issues with offsites,
Okay.
like a company offsite, and performance reviews. Okay.
I think a company offsite is called a vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what normal couples would call it.
Right.
Performance reviews is called yelling at your husband.
Right.
And I love doing that. It's great.
Oh, that part's great. That comes easy. Why doesn't that come easier to these people?
I don't know.
Okay,
There's all these fancy new names for just good old fighting with your spouse.
So last year, this girl, Sammy Packard, she's an Accenture consultant because of course she is.
Of course.
She ran a 2-day offsite retreat for her marriage. Okay, so she rented an Airbnb in the city. They didn't even go anywhere cool. Hired babysitters to watch her 2 kids, and then drew up a detailed offsite agenda. She said the goal was to evolve how our household operates in a way that aligns with our current needs.
Sammy, just get a divorce. Just get a divorce, Sammy.
I mean, I hope not, because there's 2 kids involved in this
Oh,
situation.
right. Wait till they're old or
And
whatever.
you know what? I mean, I'll get into some more details because it's just so tech, and I hate the corporate speak when applying this to love and marriage and shit.
Yeah.
However, maybe I guess it's just like a step further than marriage counseling in some ways, but it feels like extremely unromantic.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. The husband's like, we haven't had sex since we got married.
Right.
Big issue for me, and it's this shit. This is why.
Right.
This is the shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, also, by the way, if you're having problems in your marriage and or just like long-term relationship, just have sex.
Have sex.
Just literally have sex, and 9 times out of 10, 9 out of the 10 things you're annoyed about
It'll definitely take the tension down.
takes the edge off. Let me tell you. It's like taking Xanax for your relationship.
Yeah, that's why there's sex is relationship Xanax. That's great.
It is. It really is. Like
It's a May Planet original, guys.
It's true. It takes your like super emotional reactions from like here to here, just immediately.
That's nice.
Anyway, yeah. So she said that they had actually tried couples counseling before, but she said that they needed a different approach. And I was like, I bet you the couples counselor was like, we got to coach you guys on separating. And she's like, no. We will do an Accenture style offsite. That's going to get my husband's dick hard. Okay.
Oh
He's
my
going to be
God.
like, I am so in love with this woman because she put together a 25-page deck on how I don't sweep the fucking floors enough.
She has a flow chart. She put together a JIRA ticketing system for me to submit requests on household duties.
Can I tell you something? I fucking hate JIRA. Can I say that?
I know, right?
I hate JIRA.
She put together a sprint.
If I don't have access to something I need at work, why the fuck can I not just go on Teams and chat who it is and say, hey, what's up? I'm having issues with this. Why do I have to create a JIRA? I'm not going to.
You would really have hated this retreat. Because
Oh
I
my
promise you there were JIRA tickets involved.
I would be like, this is why we can't be together.
Because I'm not 100% sure you're human or ChatGPT as human.
Oh my God. That reminds me of like, I know somebody who chose where they were going to live based on what ChatGPT said.
That's nuts.
It's nuts.
That is nuts.
I don't know. Even if like I just like did it for fun, I would be like, okay, well, I'm not moving to that town because it feels insane.
That is a wild move.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know, maybe it's like, where do your friends live?
Right. What's like a place that you feel
Are
good
people
in?
just choosing random ass places to go?
I think so. I mean, I guess. I don't know.
I feel like I've always had like a specific reason to be in a place.
Me too. And there's also like places that I just feel good in. Like when I was in Barcelona,
Not New York, I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, definitely not. But like when I was
Is that what we're supposed to be going for?
when I was in Barcelona, I loved Barcelona. It was a super cool city, but personally, I felt like super lethargic. My hair wasn't looking good.
Yeah.
My skin wasn't looking that great. I just like it wasn't like coming together, and I was like, "Oh, maybe, I'm just jet lagged and tired or whatever." And then I landed in France, and I was like, "Oh."
This
I
is
literally
good.
like looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, "Who's that?
That's so funny.
Why do I look so different here?" It's like strange.
I know what you mean. There's definitely places where you look better than others. Like I feel like in Texas, I'm like, all right, I got my shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, in Texas, my hair is like 2 times as big, and I'm sweating.
Well, depends on what part of Texas.
That's true.
Texas is a massive place.
Yeah, that's true.
Southeast Texas, totally different like than Dallas.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Yeah.
Other places, California. I look good in California.
I look great in California.
Yeah.
I mean, California I think looks good on everybody.
That's true.
They've
really optimized.
I wonder if the people over there are actually prettier, or if they moved to New York, they would suck the life out of
Yeah,
them
they just look
immediately.
tired.
So tired. There's like grow bags.
Bags in their eyes. I woke up in the morning and I'm like, how do I have bags under my eyes?
Dude.
I just slept. I was just doing the thing.
The depuffing that has to happen in the
Yeah.
morning from it's
I know.
truly remarkable.
It's like a little balloon arrived.
Anyway, so back to these psycho ass couples. So there's been 20,000 tech layoffs in the Bay Area since January, which is kind of insane.
I know. It is tough times.
Yeah. So basically,
Guys just had to invent AI.
yeah.
Great job.
And so they're basically saying that like the average tech couple, a lot of times like one or both of them has been laid off and da.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, throw in the minutia of daily organizational tasks, a couple kids, and everything can start to spiral. And it's like, okay, well, you know what? You still have to actually like each other.
I know.
But anyway, the couples are now turning to where else but to tech, okay? Believing that they can optimize their marriage in the same way that they've optimized their work. Please. This is the most depressing thing I've ever read in my life.
I know. That's I don't like this at all.
From marriage offsites to relationship performance reviews and mental uploading apps, there is a growing ecosystem of tech tools. So
Mental uploading apps?
Mhm.
Like a notebook? I fucking hate this.
It's so bad. So here is the woman, Sammy Packard. Here she is in front of a million Post-it notes about how her husband is wrong and she is right.
Oh my God.
I assume.
Go smoke some weed, girl.
Like light.
You and your husband need to have 1 to 2 bottles of wine and just put your phones away.
Put your phones
and
away.
go to like the beach or something. Like go to the mountain,
yeah.
just the two of you. No phones, no flow charts, no Post-its. Just hang out.
You go home and you have sex.
And then you have sex. Maybe
That's
do
it.
some shrooms.
Maybe do some shrooms.
Do some shrooms.
That would be great.
God damn.
Bond over this. Look at like, I'm sorry, but even like the way she looks, I'm like, do you have to wear that dress? I hate that dress too.
Oh, Sammy.
Oh, Sammy.
I hope you got all the Accenture promotions. I really hope you did.
Could you
I
fucking
really hope you
imagine
did.
me working at Accenture?
No.
I would be so angry.
No.
Oh, like somebody asked me to do a JIRA, and I'm like, you cannot be serious. I
like how you're also calling it a JIRA. I don't think that's correct, but I like it. Let's stick with it.
No, I can't tolerate it. We changed the way that we do our Salesforce, and I almost quit on the spot. I was like, you're asking me to learn a new task?
I gotta love, like, doing sales is great because everyone's just like, what the? It's a reasonable thing that they change, and we're like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? This is ridiculous. The culture in this place has gone down the tubes. And they're like literally just
Literally, you just have to do like 2
No,
more
it's just like
steps,
a calculator that's like in there. It helps with the approval processes. This is ridiculous.
No, it's ridiculous.
I'll take my talents elsewhere.
I cannot tolerate it.
Freak out. I'm
I
just like
get
poor ops person. They're like, I don't know.
I get so upset. Okay, anyway, so
kinda
Sammy
fun.
Packard probably loves all those processes by the looks of it.
Oh, she probably makes them.
She says, I didn't want to workify my personal
Yes, you did.
life. Yeah, I'm like, ugh. But she
Yes,
goes,
you
there
did.
are skills that are helpful and useful. She goes, I reverse engineered the problem I was trying to solve. Oy maron. She says that the problem they were trying to solve was that they had a long-term living situation, obviously. She wanted stability somewhere that she could live, where she could build a network of neighbors and that her
A
children
network
could make
of neighbors.
a network. She needed to network
She would
with
network
her
with
neighbors.
her neighbors.
And her children could make local friends, but Ben, her husband, found the concept claustrophobic. He wanted to leave San Francisco and try out a new city for a year or two. God forbid.
Okay.
And then he wanted to try somewhere new after that and all this stuff. Something had to give. I'm like, feels like these kind of conversations need to happen prior to marriage.
Here's what it sounds like. It sounds like Sammy was about to go kick the shit out of her husband and be like, you're being selfish. This is why we're going to do what I want. And I will force you to do 2-day retreats until you give in to what
Right.
I'm saying.
Right.
And her husband's like, oh my God, she's really serious about this.
Well, guess where they lived?
Do they say?
They still live it. Yeah.
Sammy won. Good job, Sammy.
won. I mean, Sammy put in the effort.
She clearly tried. Good job,
but
Sammy.
This is actually I kind of like this. They they compromised, and because they both work remotely, they are both going to try out somewhere new for a month out of every year when the kids are off school.
That's adorable.
That's great.
It's also called a vacation, you guys, but
yeah,
pop off.
right.
Call it whatever you want.
Call it whatever.
All right.
Yeah, she says after 7 years of marriage, 3 homes, and 2 children, we are evolving our operating model. You can just say, hey, you know what? We really needed to sit down and have a conversation about our goals moving forward and, how we want to approach fun in our relationship. Like, for instance, I could suck your dick right now, and you'd probably love that, and that would be a really pleasant thing because it hasn't happened in 7 years at least.
You would upvote that on the JIRA ticket, wouldn't you? You'd give that one of those thumbs ups. Maybe leave a comment.
I'm going to make it my life's mission to dismantle JIRA. Okay, it's ruining my life. And Salesforce, really, that's the incumbent. I hate Salesforce. It is ugly. It is.
I love being in sales.
It's so annoying.
You get to have random beefs with random products.
So they actually turned this into something that could help other couples as well. If you guys are in San Francisco and this,
if you've listened to this and you were like, that sounds good,
if you like it,
I think you're nuts, but
right.
Go pop off, do it, whatever.
I mean, there's always been like couple retreats and shit like that.
Yeah, but that's just like it's vacation.
It's just different, obviously. But anyway, it's called coupledom. If you wanted to check out her little side hustle, basically, packages range from $500 for a DIY retreat, which includes a customized agenda and worksheets. To $3,000 for a 2-day in-person package where she provides professional facilitation to plan your next 5 to 10 years.
I'm going to start sending these as wedding gifts.
This is what I'm going to get you for your wedding.
I'm going to be like, God damn it.
Can you imagine?
They got me coupledom. God damn it.
That is so fun.
It's just like sheets of worksheets.
Yeah. It's like, Matthew, here is your homework. Laura, here's your
May
homework.
thought this would be funny.
No, there's no way I'd spend $500 on that shit.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Anyway, so people are like, okay, it's not that weird because people in San Francisco are like super open to tech. Obviously, it's like ingrained in their
to
culture.
be fair, there probably is a market for this.
100%.
And I think all those people are nuts. Yeah. They are.
There's also one called Open Mind Health, which is a teletherapy startup. And also, so that makes more sense. So the guy, Kelsey O'Neill, or maybe the girl, whatever the fuck, Kelsey. She said, she's like, this can be a helpful way and productive way for a couple to stay organized. Fine.
I get that.
To be fair, like, I mean, every couple's different. Every person's different. Like, I think I am not type A enough for this shit. Like,
no, I'm not even, and like, that's saying something, you guys.
I do not need to have Mark filling out spreadsheets about when he's going to take the fucking trash out and like go down on me. But like,
hopefully not back to back.
Yeah, hopefully separate. Okay,
just wash hands in between.
But like, I mean,
I could see like, what would be useful is like, how can you do a collaborative budget? Like things like that. I could see that being an interesting, like, okay,
yeah,
I can get behind that.
But things that have to deal with love and the actual relationship stress,
right?
But like,
just operating a household, especially if you have like a really complicated, like if you have kids, like from like maybe you brought some kids in and like everyone's got like joint like groups that they're working with. Yeah, I could see like spreadsheet or two might help.
Right. Like, I never even know where the fuck he is. Like, people will be like, oh, where's Mark this week? And I'm like, you have to look on marknormancomedy.com. I have no idea. And like, but for me that works. Like, I don't care that much. But for other people, I feel like would be really stressed out by that.
I would be like, stressed by that.
I just don't care at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, he comes back on Sunday. That's all I know.
That's great. I mean, you can also ask him. You're like, it's not like, I could figure it out.
Right.
If there's an emergency. So,
obviously the number one problem for married couples and couples in general is just poor communication typically. And, this guy says, he goes, many clients tell her they feel overwhelmed, be it childcare, job stress, or the upcoming election. The upcoming election is ruining your marriage? What are you talking about?
Go touch grass. Go touch grass.
That's so funny. I wrote down touch grass.
Oh.
Like, I feel
we're aligned.
Yes,
our JIRA ticket's been completed.
What What the fuck? You disagree with your husband on politics?
Actually, yeah,
that would be
tough.
gnarly.
But that's a little bit beyond the. If you live in the Bay Area, probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, who knows? There's probably people that are like closeted conservatives inside their own home, obviously.
Actually, I have heard that San Francisco has a lot more of those now because they've had so many issues with the city.
Right.
That it's turned a lot of them to be like, oh,
they're just like,
is
fed
this?
up.
They're fed up.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Not here in New York. We're perfect.
So another app that was made. What is the name of this app? It's called Coexist.
Okay.
This one sounds a little bit more
like
practical.
bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Coexist.
With all the religions.
Crucifix.
Let me tell you something. They're not coexisting that well.
No. It's not working.
So this woman, she was 32, and she realized the need for this tool when she moved in with her boyfriend, now husband, in the fall of 2022. She goes, I came in with extremely high expectations of frequency of cleaning and washing. She goes, she had been taken aback by his lackadaisical approach to cleaning their sunset apartment. I'm like, obviously, he's a man.
Right.
He's a man.
Right.
They don't clean. They don't wash their fucking...
So she realized the
shit.
need for this tool. This is just like this is the most basic canonical thing, like what happens when you move in with a guy.
Right.
You
Why
go
don't you-
into shock because it's filthy.
Why don't you just go ahead and put a little fucking... You know what? Just say like a little chore board.
Little chore board.
Little chore board. That's all you need
nice
to do.
little dry erase board.
Dry erase board. Hey, I washed the fucking dishes today.
Wash the dishes, make the bed, vacuum,
Clean
move it
the
along.
fucking whatever the
Put
fuck.
your stuff up.
She goes, they tried fixing their organizational mismatch with software tools they used at work like Asana, Notion, and Google Docs, even Post-it notes. Nothing stuck. They felt very corporate and reminded us of our jobs. No kidding. She said she was wicked frustrated, and she was scared because I guess 25% of divorced couples cited disagreements over housework as the main reason for their breakup. Oh my God, that's really dramatic.
That cannot be true. Is
That cannot
really?
be true.
Oh, it's from a Harvard Business School study.
Hmm.
I don't know. Still sounds fake news to me.
This woman also seems like such a pill. Well, here's the other thing too. I mean, I know I'm also sort of a minority with this too, but I don't know. I'm not anal about that. I will go to bed when there's dirty dishes in the sink for sure.
I definitely like things to be cleaner, but my threshold's not like I feel like a very healthy level.
Yeah, exactly.
There are just levels when I'm like, okay, it's utter chaos
Right.
everywhere I look, and that's freaking me out.
Right. But in general, yeah, whatever. Yeah. You live, things get dirty, you're busy, you move on with your life.
Exactly.
Anyway, so she charges for this app that she created called Coexist, and it charges $6.49 per month, and it has a clean, uncluttered interface.
Better. Can you imagine?
Yeah, right. That offers shared to-do list, AI-powered meal planning, grocery list, and a template section full of actionable documents that range from the mundane to the meta. Okay.
All right.
Travel packing list and movie night suggestions is a discussion template. Oh my God. I just can't deal.
No, people need to relax.
You can't deal.
I guess if it's just like a to-do list that's like easy to share, that's fine.
Yeah.
If it works for you, fine. This is better than the PIP that they did.
It's better than the PIP. Yeah. No.
The PIP is PIP is on PIP.
I mean, sometimes people
Promoted is Nathan's hot dogs.
Promoted is Nathan's hot dogs. Putting your partner on PIP is
On PIP.
forever on PIP. It really is forever on PIP.
Yeah, it
I
really is.
mean, also people need to understand, like, I feel like if you get to the point where you need to like sit down and evaluate your relationship in such a serious and horrible way, it's like maybe you guys just fell out of love. You know what I mean? And it might come back, it might not, and then you can address something.
I think, yeah, and relationships go through ups and downs. Like if you're gonna be with someone for fucking 50 years, like you're gonna just be irritated at them for some period of possibly a while,
there's gonna be some bumps in the road.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
If you have to go, I guess if you feel like it's going to make it better, go and do the stupid retreat. Just know we're going to make fun of you ruthlessly.
Yeah.
We're going to make a lot of fun of you. But if you feel like it'll help your relationship, all right, fine.
Yeah.
But goddamn, he's going to make fun of you in the group text with his friends.
You gotta lie. You cannot tell anybody you're doing this.
You can't tell
You have
anybody.
to lie.
I can't. This person, I guess she's trying to promote it for money, but not good.
Yeah. Brutal. Just going to, oh my God. Also, it's so San Francisco to charge $3,000 for this thing. Like, you know, there's like, imagine money's the issue. They're like, oh, now we're spending $3,000.
We've spent $3,000 on this. Perfect. That's great. The kids can't eat, Marge. They
have to eat ramen noodles
because you needed the Asana tickets.
Because we had to make a JIRA.
The first to do is make money. God damn it.
Brutal. Anyway, San Francisco needs to be fucking stopped.
San Francisco is wild.
Pretty crazy. Also, it's interesting. Like, most of these apps are used in heterosexual households, which kind of makes a lot of sense.
Really?
Yeah. Well, in my mind, it makes sense because there's a lot of self-described techie husbands. I feel like husbands love,
especially tech husbands.
Yeah, not all husbands, but I feel like husbands, they're always trying to do the right thing, and then when they don't, they're just like, I don't know how. So it's like, this is your tasks. You know, they kind of like.
Well, you
that
can't say
sometimes.
she didn't communicate.
Right.
You never asked. Oh, I asked. Oh, I opened a ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I put in the request, and here's the timestamp, and here's when you viewed timestamp.
Can't do it. So
Matthew would freak out.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm gonna pitch him on this later on. Let you know how it goes.
I guess it's like a big trend now. So then there's been a lot of new companies coming up. There's a Lovewick. It's an app designed to help couples grow and stay in love. So stuff like that.
Okay,
I mean,
that's kind of cute.
Yeah, it is kind of cute. I had a friend once that asked me, she was like, oh, do you and Mark use any of these apps where like that'll get like a prompt, then you both have to like write your response to the prompt and whatever. And I was like,
no, we have jobs.
I go, no, me and Mark like each other. I was like, no, never.
We just talk.
Yeah, we just
I'll
talk.
just text him.
Yeah, we just have
and he
fun.
sends one back.
Yep.
That's so funny.
That's crazy.
I bet she was like, oh, okay. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
What?
no, that's so weird. You're
I have
totally
no
right.
idea what you're talking about.
Last thing I want to talk about real quick before we sign off is just that I'm sure you guys have seen that there's the people in Barcelona fucking hate tourists, I guess, and I was a tourist very
That's
recently.
so funny.
And
It's so did I send this to you? I feel like I tried to
think
or
so.
something like that.
I think you did.
The second I saw it, I was like, fucking May.
Yeah.
Just in Barcelona, pissing off the locals.
Okay.
God damn it.
So a bunch of fucking Barcelona residents squirted diners at tourist areas with little like water guns, I guess.
I will say also bold to do that to Americans.
I was thinking that too. I was like,
Bold.
you're going to shoot us?
We famously have real guns. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't enter our turf.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about it in the family group chat, and my brother sent like one of those like big super soakers. And he goes, I just imagine when the Americans whips out one of these, like the AK-47.
Yeah, like a real
soaker.
gun is like, I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the face if you what are you doing?
What are you doing? So one of the funnier parts about it is that alfresco diners outside of Taco Bell and BVO Steakhouse were seen running for cover as marchers sprayed their tables. I'm like, that is actually hilarious that they went to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
You know what's even more hilarious? My brother-in-law also went to Taco Bell in Barcelona.
They weren't even mad about them being tourists. They're like, why are you going to Taco Bell in Barcelona?
Because croquettes suck, okay? And jamon, I can only have so much.
You should not be dining here. You should be dining somewhere. This is like a French accent I'm doing.
Yeah. But yeah, my brother-in-law was like watching the two kids. My sister and her husband brought two kids with them on this family vacation, and
that's bold.
So he was just watching them or whatever, and they were wicked hungry, but like all the restaurants were closed for siesta or whatever. And he was like, so good
old Taco Bell still open. Go USA.
He goes, we went to Taco Bell, and it was fucking divine.
I'm sure it was
He's
great.
like, it was
Taco
amazing.
Bell's great.
Yeah.
It's probably one over near Atlantic Barclays.
There probably is one over at Atlantic Barclays. Atlantic Barclays is the mecca of
it really
all
is.
these
Of
horrible restaurants.
every
we need to go
chain
to.
fast food thing is there. But that's so
That's
funny.
it.
I really, really wish you had gotten sprayed. God
too.
damn it. That would have been funny.
That would have been so funny.
So
Just me
funny.
and Mark getting sprayed outside
By
of
the-
Taco Bell.
Outside the Taco Bell in Barcelona. Can't have everything, I guess, but it would have been nice. All right, well, guys, you know where to find us.
Yeah.
you found us. Please
Find us.
carry on finding us. We'll be back next week with some more bullshit.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe on YouTube, all the channels. Follow us on Instagram at Risque Business News, at Laura Zogar.
At May Planert, at May_Planert, actually. Come out to Sandwich, Massachusetts next week.
Come on through.
Thursday the 18th at a place called Off the Grid. It's a barbecue restaurant.
Ooh.
And I am going all the way there for that show. So please come out. So it won't just be me performing to my parents and my parents' friends.
Amazing.
And yeah, follow us for dates. We have none because it's summer and nobody's booking anything. So if you don't see me in Sandwich, Massachusetts, you won't see me
You've
at
got
all.
you've got a little while.
Yeah.
You've got a minute. But guys, thanks so much for listening. Leave us a
right.
review. We love you. Bye.
Bye.